Welcome to the fourth evening of poetry and music provided by the Hanger Farm Poets, supported by the ladies of Kitchen Sink. I want you all now, ladies and gentlemen, to sit back and enjoy the entertainment for the evening. And we're starting with some poetry of the New Forest. We have 6 poets in this section, and I have pleasure in introducing David, Dina, June, Pam, Mike and Sylvia, your poets for the evening. Ladies and gentlemen, poetry of the New Forest.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Mike, and this poem is called Pine Not For Me. Fleetingly, this glorious sky holds walkers' gaze as they pass by. And look, they say, one lonely tree. Heavens above, can they mean me? For loneliness I do not know. I see the seasons come and go. Wild fallows shelter neath my crown. I gossip to the thistledown. A lectern for the woodlark's song. Around me purple foxgloves throng. So much I see through nature's door, when bluebells haze the forest floor. White dusted thickets where at dawn warblers dance upon the thorn. Yet people pass and pity me. I do not understand. My constant joy they cannot see.
Good evening, my name is David, and this poem is called Forest Ambling. How long in these woods have I been, amid damp, dewy blades of green that glisten in the morning light, ribbons of sunlight, dapple white. New paths that go I know not where, staunch oaks beckon me on to share the cool glades of the birch and elm, this peace, this solitude, this realm. The dew-soaked webs of nightly toil await the warming sun to dry. They sparkle bright, waiting to foil the flight and freedom of the fly. The ebony crow struts around, a watchful eye upon me bound. My tread, the woodpecker takes fright, squealing away in dipping flight. Suddenly, silence doth pervade. The timid vole darts into shade. Then this quiet calm is no more. The wood comes alive as before. The restless birds again appear. But the birdsong I hope to hear is from the ever-hiding linnet. In an hour, seems but a minute. How long in these woods have I spent? Long shadows are now hither sent. So reluctantly homeward pack, till tomorrow beckons me back.
My name is Dina, and this is called Autumn Glory. Today we tramped the beechwood, hands thrust in pockets, shod in boots, autumn gold beneath our feet. Hush, don't speak. Nature's quiet whisper must not be jarred by idle chat. Silent we rest on fallen trunk, lichen-clad and mossy mound its roots. As beech leaves find the forest floor, blown gently by the autumn breeze, we stride once more across woodland glade, privileged to witness the beauty that is trees. Hello, my name's June, and I'm going to read a poem written by a local lady, Olive Cox, and it's called The Fordingbridge Road. Everyone should take the road to Fordingbridge once in a while. Summer is not a good time, the foliage too dense, horizons hidden, the contours of the landscape not defined. Autumn is best. Then, like an aging lady painting her face for her last public appearance, the forest glows. If this is age, the lady wears it well. She is fire and flame. She burns with her own radiance, luminous in her dark summer places. She has the sun by the nose and won't let go. But this is no panic gesture, this outrageous flaunting of powdered gold in oak, of bronze in beech, pale trembling yellow in silver birches. In her there is no incongruity. This is no swan song, no death dance before the winter strip. This is her ancient challenge. So you thought I was beautiful in spring? After the crowding trees, the hill rises. The country opens up, an untamed place, on top of the world. Brilliant on either side, the gorse flanks the narrow grey road, making a broad celestial highway straight to the sun. Only a few forest ponies beginning to grow their rough winter coats and picking over the scant pastures, moving across the heather. The sky is clean and clear. The air is chill. The secret valleys, falling away from the road, filled to the brim with thickening autumn mist. Well may this untouched place be called God's Hill. Easy then the way goes, dipping and winding, down to the smiling water meadows into the town. Turn about now, savour the homeward journey, but savour it slow. Mile after lingering mile, everybody should take the road to Fordingbridge once in a while. Good evening, I'm Pam, and this is called Autumn in the New Forest. Autumn colours in the New Forest, I stand in absolute awe, providing the perfect backdrop for the next spectacle I saw. The rounding up of the ponies, this vision, the annual drift, by the commoners on horseback, just gives my heart a little lift. Calls from experienced riders, thundering hooves on forest floor, all heading in one direction, this snapshot caught for me to draw. Ponies checked by the adjuster, distinctive marks cut in long tails. Some return back to the forest, others go to Bewley Road sales. The owner's brand on new ponies, with the smell of singed hair. Oh, to witness this lovely sight, I'm so glad that I was there.
I'm Sylvia. This is about Bolton's Bench, the well-known landmark at Lyndhurst. Bolton's Bench. Clockwise, we circle the coven of yews repeatedly, trying to count trunks. Some hide behind others. 6, 7, we remain unsure. Wandering towards Natley, we are moved to turn, as if they might be following. Dark cone impressed on our sightscape, pulling us back, spellbinding. Easy to believe that after dark, They begin to slide between shadows. Roots towing the mound, limbs outflung to gather an incantation of wind song. Teetering, turning, skimming, spinning, wheeling, whirling, widdershins.
Right, ladies and gentlemen, they've set us off for the evening. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Excellent efforts, lovely poems. Thank you. It gives me great pleasure now to introduce to you the ladies of Kitchen Sink, who are our musical entertainment for the evening. Ladies of Kitchen Sink.
Let us have songs to fill our mouths as full as the sea. Let us have songs to fill our mouths as full as the sea. Full as the sea. Ilu, vinu, male shirakayam. Ilu, we're going to sing an a cappella song next, and this is about sweetness of love. I just need a little comfort. I just need a little time for myself to find, for myself to find. I just need a little love. I just need a little just need you now. I just need you now. Wrap your arms around my face. I look into your eyes. I'll show you what's real, what lies behind the skies. I'll put my head on your chest and listen to your heart beating. We can let the whole world rest while you and I are dreaming. You and I are dreaming. I just need a little comfort. I just need a little time for myself to find. For myself to find. I just need a little love. I just need a little touch. I just need you now. I just need you now. Wrap your arms around my face. I look into your eyes. I'll show you what's real. What lies behind the skies. I'll put my head on your chest and listen to your heartbeat. We can let the whole world rest while you and I are dreaming. You and I are dreaming. I just need a little sweetness. I just need a little warmth. Oasis in your arms. Oasis in your arms. I just need a little friendship. I just need a little friendship. Whisper in my ear. Whisper in my ear. Wrap your arms around my face. I look into your eyes. I'll show you what's real, what lies behind the skies. I'll put my head on your chest and listen to your heart beating. We can let the whole world rest while you and I are dreaming. You and I are dreaming.
I'm going to sing something a bit more familiar this time. This is an Adele song. It's making me feel loved.
Oh, I thought you were filming.
song, Both Sides Now.
Joni Mitchell wrote this in 1967, and it was inspired by a passage from a book. And she said, I was reading Saul Bellow's Henderson the Rain King on a plane, and early in the book, he and the Rain King is also up in a plane. He's on his way to Africa, and he looks down and sees these clouds. I put down the book, looked out the window and saw clouds too, and I immediately started writing the song. I had no idea it would be such a popular song as it became. And it's called Both Sides Now. Technology. Sorry.
She also tuned her guitar,
Flows and flows of angel hair, and ice cream castles in the air, and feather canyons everywhere. I've looked at clouds that way, but now they only block the sun. They rain and snow on everyone. So many things I would have done, but clouds got in my way. I looked at clouds from both sides now, from up and down, and still somehow each cloud's illusions I recall. I really don't know clouds at all. Moons and Junes and Ferris wheels, the dizzy dancing way you feel, as every fairy tale comes real. I've looked at love that way, but now it's just another show. You leave them laughing when you go, and if you care, don't let them know. Don't give yourself away. I looked at love from both sides now, from give and take, and still somehow it's love's illusions I recall. I really don't know love at all. Tears and fears and feeling proud to say I love you right out loud. Dreams and schemes and circus crowds. I've looked at life that way, but now old friends are acting strange. They shake their heads, they say I've changed, but something's lost and something's gained in living every day. I looked at life from both sides now, from win and lose, and still somehow it's life's illusions I recall. I really don't know love at all. I've looked at life from both sides now, from win and lose, and still somehow it's life's illusions I recall. I really
very much, ladies and gentlemen. And thank you, lady singers from Kitchen Sink. Right, we now come on to a quick fire poem from our trio, David, Pam and Hazel. And this will be followed with renditions from Elizabeth, Reagan and Carol. Ladies and gentlemen, quick fire poem, the trio.
The man in the moon looked down one night where a lad and his lass were walking. Thinks he, there must be very huge delight in all this kissing and nonsense talking.
I be the milkmaid of the farm. I be so happy without a frown, with my white milk pail on my arm, as if I wore a golden crown.
Now this is a code poem for the French resistance, so I hope you enjoy it. The life that I have is all that I have, and the life that I have is yours. The love that I have for the life that I have is yours, and yours, and yours. A sleep I shall have, a rest I shall have, yet death will be but a pause. For the peace of the years in the long green grass will be yours, and yours, and yours.
Why little boys should drive away sweet little maidens from our play, or love to wrestle and fight so well, that's the thing I could never tell.
To see a world in a grain of sand, and a heaven in a wild flower, hold infinity in the palm of your hand, and eternity in an hour.
I wish I loved the human race. I wish I loved its silly face. I wish I loved the way it walks, and I wish I loved the way it talks. And when I'm introduced to one, I wish I thought, oh, what jolly fun.
One day, I'll climb that distant hill and pick the bluebells there. One day, now I'm old, I'll go and climb that mountain where the bluebells grow.
The law locks up the man or woman who steals the goose from off the common, but leaves the greater villain loose, who steals the common from the goose.
A bugler called Jimmy McDougall found ingenious ways to be frugal. He learned how to sneeze in various keys, thus saving the cost of a bugle.
They shut the road through the woods 70 years ago. Weather and rain have undone it again, and now you would never know there was once a road through the woods before they planted the trees. It is underneath the coppice and heath and the thin anemones. Only the keeper sees that where the ringdove broods and the badgers roll at ease, there was once a road through the woods. Yet, if you enter the woods of a summer evening late, when the night air cools on the trout-ringed pools, where the otter whistles his mate, they fear not men in the woods, because they see so few. You will hear the beat of a horse's feet and the swish of a skirt in the dew, steadily cantering through the misty solitudes, as though they perfectly knew the old lost road through the woods. But there is no road through the woods. And this is a poem written by a very dear friend of mine, Patricia Huth Ellis. Presents. I don't want presents tied and ribboned. Encouragement doesn't wrap well in green tissue, praise in paisley boxes, or love in thick gold paper. I don't want guilt compressed into an envelope with a cheque. A parcel of thoughtfulness, a parcel of interest, a parcel of embracing, a parcel of safety, were the presents I hoped for under the festive tree, the presents I hoped for, which were not to be. Now this is something totally different. It's taken from Paths of Glory, the First World War novel by Humphrey Cobb. It is, of course, written in prose, but some passages in it feel to me like sheer poetry. After the battle, the horizon began to widen slowly, swept back by the dawn, which was now. The horizon began to widen slowly, swept back by the dawn, which was now advancing with gathering speed. Men looked in the debris around them and at each other, searching for the faces of friends, then turned again to wait and to stare. A fire began to burn over in the German lines. The fire grew brighter and revealed its shape, the sun. Slowly it raised itself out of the earth, red and hostile looking, but welcome to the men who watched it. It swelled to enormous size, then paused in delicate contact with the rim of the world, like a dancer waiting for the first notes of the ballet. For a moment the two edges were tangent and seemed to cling. Then the sun stepped off the edge of the earth and was instantly floating in its own space.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Ruby Metcalf, and the poem I'm going to do for you today is called Weapons. Weapons, elegant yet deadly. Weapons, feared yet respected. Weapons that are the beginning to an end. Dazzling weapons, a work of art. Bloody weapons, after killing the heart. Dirty weapons must be cleaned with a rag. Cleaning the blood will do no good. Never forget the lives you took. The slates be wiped once more. God only knows how much we can endure. Souls reaping, families weeping, food turns to ash. It's over in a dash. Weapons close to the final straw. Weapons to be held once more. Weapons that start a fight only to be over at night. Weapons that are the creation of man and the will of the gods, only to be divided in a battle that's lost. Weapons are to be looked at, weapons are to be touched, but what they are not used for is to give you an adrenaline rush. Thank you.
My name's Carrie It was the oldies' night out, no children in tow, no sick or snot left on the knee, a bit of makeup and brush up, best dress and poofed up, no other halves, just Mavis, Elizabeth and me. But then she glided in with a confident grin, Gucci handbag swinging from her slender wrist. Her dress, Giorgio Armani, showed off every line as she moved, as it caressed each twist. "Ooh," we said as she turned every head. "Oh, we never get that acclaim. Still, what some people will do, parading in shoes by Jimmy Choo. No, we women are never the same." Her style oozed class. She elegantly raised her first glass from the many now lined at the bar, from suitors all willing, desperados all spilling to be the one she may go with too far. We looked at each other, all hot and bothered, as we recognised each jealous cog in our mind. What does she look like? Miss High and Mighty, slapper and flighty. Oh, we've seen what these get up to, these kind. Her long hair glistened bright, her teeth disgustingly white, that invitingly sparkled when she spoke. Her jewellery by Beamer Beck accentuated her pale, slender neck as she leant forward, amused by some joke. Oh, what did we care when she was offered a chair and gracefully accepted with ease? Her unlined face, makeup perfect in place, only enhanced her naivety. Oh, please. Mavis whispered, "Look at those hands. One day she'll understand that they'll look just like ours, rough-skinned and flaky from overwashing and baking. Those manicured nails haven't seen any pails of soaking nappies to loosen the poo. Never scrubbed, dusted or hoovered, washed dishes or manoeuvred that plastic toy wedged in the loo." I said, "Whose rounds it next? Who looks the best? Who's able to walk to the bar?" We look at each other nervously. "Not I," said me. Mavis had to agree. "Elizabeth is best dressed tonight by far." Returning with the drinks, Elizabeth didn't think, busy being nosy at those slender thighs posing. Her heel caught in the leg of a chair, the last thing she recalled before her untimely sprawl was the smell of Lola Rose in the air. We watched in horror Elizabeth's face, full of terror, glasses shattered, wine spilling not once but thrice. Composure in tatters, her clothes all spattered, she span like Bambi on ice. Then suddenly the lady shouts like some footballer, "Oh, look what you've done to my dress! What am I to do with the wine on my shoe? Oh, someone, do something! What a mess!" "Get that woman up," someone said. "She is drunk in the head." "No," we cried with a pathetic plea. "She's just a housewife, going out for the night." "Going out for the night? It serves you damn right." We look at the girl sheepishly. "You've been whispering silly remarks all evening each time you've stared at me. I can't help the way I look. Take a leaf out of my book. Get over it. You're just green with envy." The other poem I wrote is it was inspired by my walk from Land's End to John O'Groats. I did this over a period of years, and the things that became my friends were my boots, and it's dedicated to those, and all those people who trump the hills like I do. Boots. If you walk towards number 7, stand at the door, for tread carefully, for there, heaped on the floor. Not one pair or even 4, no, a collective amount of 9 pairs, or thereabouts, at the last count. The problem is most are for one person who happens to have, so the family say, an eccentric passion for walking over heath and dale, the odd wet mountain scramble, forest rambles, over peaks as well. "These are my friends," I cry as I stand and defend them against the outsoles and insults